The Simpsons, or the Sons of the Simulation. So the future of computers and virtual reality, meaning that we can project ourselves into a computer and live as it was real, is not the future. It's already happened. Welcome to the game of life. What is the meaning of life? If we find that there is no meaning, then there should be, why am I alive? If there's no meaning being alive. And that question comes to what happened when I died. And we're talking about the false light or the tunnel getting sucked in and getting memory lost and getting back in the game, or coming out from a mother or from a spaceship of the moon, which is connected, the moon and the egg in a woman. So if I put you now in front of a computer and upload you to this computer, I mean, you're living like there's games called Sims, The Sims. We become a character in this a game where you make your life. What is your purpose now? How could you find a purpose sitting yourself in front of this computer and playing this game? You're living a normal life. You like to go to the nature, you like to swim, you like to have sex and eat. But now you put yourself in front of the computer and play The Sims, this game of simulations of a reality, and now find a purpose. How could you? You're only thinking of removing yourself from the computer and return to where you find purpose, like going in the ocean, take a fuck with your woman or a man, and play with children and eat and enjoying watching the forest sing the birds. Blah, 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 blah. So how could you spit it out now? Like, imagine that this world already is a Sims reality. And going to the ocean or the nature or eating is, or even talking is avatars, are the characters talking to each other or experiencing the simulation of reality. This life or reality we call life is not what is a miniature, is a smaller version of what is, as when we go to the computer and play a smaller version of ourselves. How can we prove it? Like, take some drugs and you go out body experience, and you'll see there's so much more. And I'm talking the natural drugs. If you do the chemical, it's like you open doorways, portals to unpleasant experiences. If you want a pleasant experience, it's like eat fruit, don't eat candy. You eat natural, don't eat the chemical. And the same with drugs and psychedelic experiences and out-of-body experiences, what we're actually talking. Allah. So, where we at now? It's like they say that a black box. You see the Jews spin around. I mean, they have the symbol of the box, magic box. The Christian, we have a cross. We can fold to a box. I'm talking to a black box in this moment. And the Muslims spin around at Mecca is a black box. This black box thing is we're talking about a supercomputer, which is super freezed. So matter behave differently when you super cool the atoms everything blurs as one, and wow. Born in sin or born in sine wave, like computer binary code, and what we are talking, not binary code, but more like frequencies, specific, let's say even shapes, let's call them geometric shapes. And so water has a shape, fire has a shape, air has a shape, a frequency, and we now being bombarded by these, talking about the spirit, being bombarded by the sun and the water and the air and the earth, which is the body, and having all this frequency around is continuously making us inside the game. Because if you remove yourself from every thought, or every, let's say, you close your eyes and just go away from the breathing and go away from the body, we go to the sleeping world, and this is the spiritual world. But we cannot remember because the frequency are so high in the spiritual world, or when we sleep. So when we come alive again, we come into life, we cannot bring our dreams or our spirit world. And the same thing with what we call drugs, or when we take ingest plant material, which are, or seeds or whatever, mushrooms, which are high in frequency. When we eat them, is becoming like a trip, a psychedelic trip they call. And again, we cannot bring back because the frequency are so high from the spirit world, or from that dream world where we're going to, with taking some plants, psychoactive plants or mushrooms. So when we come again, we will not be able to bring the whole experience. Same as dreaming. When we start to see that the life is a lie, and the spirit world, the dream world, is where is the truth, is what we say is where we're coming from. It's like upside down. Now we don't think about, we don't got time to sleep and stuff like this. We gotta get money and make children. And imagine that the making money and having children is just like a simulation. It's just like a lower version of yourself, which the higher version will be the dream state and the spirit world, what we call sleeping, which we cannot remember. So it's Allah. Mana. Okay, so yeah, over.